see the fish, and that's the ones that we're targeting on right there. Board down, right here, right here, right here. Walleye fishing, Lake Erie, Jonathan Shoemaker on today's G3 Sportsman. Stick with us.
That is a nice Lake Erie walleye right there.
One of the species that's really eluded us and we've not went after, even though we have done in the past, is walleye. And mainly that's my fault. To me it just didn't sound appealing. I've watched all this from the guys up north doing this. It just looked rougher than a wood hauler's butt out there. The methods that they're doing trolling, which is, again, one of my least favorite things to do. I don't mind drifting, but I hate trolling. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna give everything the benefit of the doubt and we're gonna try it. Well, I hooked up with Jonathan Shoemaker, who's a G3 pro, lives up one of the best walleye fisheries in the country. And that's where I wanted to go, was Lake Erie. So today's show is Jonathan is gonna do his best to convince me that walleye fishing is fun. He may have his work cut out for him.
Is he on?
Nice.
It's hard to tell what's what. You got the board biting in.
Is he fighting it all, man?
Yeah, I'm getting a little fight.
It's a walleye. Keep it down.
It's a good walleye, isn't it?
Nah, not really. Just a little eater.
Okay,
But the first one in the boat.
good way to start. Got to think out of the boat. First Lake Erie walleye right there. How about that? All right, we just let them go?
Yep.
Okay, straight down. You know, the water's actually kind of clear here,
63 degrees. Oh, it's super clear. You can see 10 foot down in this.
Well, there are walleye in Lake Erie. We just proved it. There is one.
And we're actually fishing for this trip on the west side of Cleveland, and there is a huge school of fish right now, about 5 miles long, from the west side of Cleveland to the east side of Cleveland.
We're right now 57, 58 foot water, and you can see the fish, and that's the ones that we're targeting on right there. Do you think he's on there?
He's on there. There's a fish on that right now.
All right.
No pumping.
That's right, I keep forgetting about that, no pumping. It hasn't been very long since the first fish of the day, and in fact, actually, Jonathan was putting that bait out, and we just happened to come up and this one right here hit. So that one feels a little better than the other one.
And I'm here to tell you, this is probably a decent fish the way that board went back.
Yeah.
And he's staying down good. Is your drag good where he can make a run if he needs to?
Yeah. Oh, he's a little bigger.
All right, that's an average Lake Erie fish right there.
Well, that's what we're looking for.
That's a good one.
That's what we're looking for. Yeah, that one's pretty nice right there, Jonathan.
There's one. Look at this humpback sucker. Look at this thing. You need to leave a little bit of space in between so the flat can still go down. Yeah?
Look at the belly on that thing. You don't think they're not feeding? The G3 Sportsman is brought to you by G3 Boats. Quality, performance, and satisfaction. Berkeley, catch more fish. And by Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. Go. How about that? Nice, they're heavy too. They're real solid.
They're chunky fish, that's for sure.
I mean, just fat, real solid fish.
Did that fish bite it all for you, Scott?
Yeah, he was actually
That
fighting.
wasn't-
That's one of the things I've always thought of. Man, boy, they catch these walleye, they don't fight. You just pull them up.
I've been talking to Scott for a month now about this trip. He'd been telling me that he can't wait to get the walleye part over with so he can just get to what he likes to do, and that's smallmouth fish. Once we wrap up the walleye thing and we get that dumb, boring trolling over with, then he can go catch the smallmouth.
I figured it'd be fun for some hillbilly from the Ozarks to go up there and have a different perspective on how they do things up there versus other parts of the country. We watch these TV shows all the time, and it's these northern guys, everything, they know all this stuff. That's what they expect. But if you live south of Chicago, then, you know, like me, you don't know what all the fuss is about. Hey, you got a big fish right there.
Oh boy.
Man, that dude took the board down.
Like a bobber, huh?
It's like a bobber, and it just went down.
All right, how about you get this rod then and clear it out of the way?
All right.
And I'll bring this 10-pounder in here.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting there just yakking, and I just saw that thing just go down. While you guys were watching commercials, we got set up and just come back, and I mean, that planer board went down, son.
And don't let the line pop.
Don't let the line pop, okay.
Right.
I'm trying. Okay. How's that?
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm learning. Okay, now I'll be your net boy.
Oh, if this is a walleye, it's a good one. The way that we're trolling into the current, with the current, and with the speed, it really affects how we troll out here on Lake Erie. And you have to be constantly watching your speed, because what will happen is we're playing with leads that are a certain distance from the board with the weight. So the slower we go, the deeper that bait is gonna be in the water column. Well, when you're targeting fish that are suspended 22, 25 foot down over 52 foot of water, you need to try to make sure that your bait is staying 2 to 5 feet above those fish at all times. It's a monster!
It's a good one. If I can net him, and I did.
Nice, son!
How about that?
How's that for a fish, huh?
Huh? That's what I'm talking about.
That's why you
a good
came to Lake Erie right there, sir. That is a nice Lake Erie walleye. I'd say that fish goes about 7 pounds, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna catch them bigger than this today, but anybody who would be unhappy catching a big old chunky walleye like that would have to be crazy. He's telling me they don't fight, but I don't see how that's possible. That fish made 3 or 4 runs on me, and if I didn't have the drag set, he would have popped it. He ran so hard. But we're catching this. This fish probably was about 25 foot down in the water column, and now he gets to go back to 25 foot again.
Did he take off?
Yeah, he did. He gave me a nice little bath.
It would take a lot for me to come fish walleye. I've just never really thought that it looked fun, by no means. So it was Jonathan's idea to get me up here and convince me that walleye fishing's fun. And he started to do that.
Okay, we got a fish on the outside board over there.
There is a fish on this one?
Yeah.
On this pole?
No,
right?
that one.
Okay.
There you go, that's loaded up now. Perfect.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, it's just like, we don't even get the poles out and we have another one on, so that's what we're wanting.
That's good fishing.
That's catching, that's what that
Good
is.
catching, that's right. That's what you come for Lake Erie, or come to Lake Erie for right there.
That's right, that's right. And I'm just bringing them in slow.
No, that's perfect, honestly.
Bringing them in slow.
Perfect.
These hooks aren't very big that we're using on this harness. So we should be about there. Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, I'll tell you what though, for a hillbilly from the Ozarks, coming out here catching them fish, man, I'm telling you, I'm tickled with these walleye. Nothing wrong with that fish.
On Erie, that's the best eating fish right there, about 20 inches long.
Hey, whether you're at Bull Shows, Stockton Lake, Table Rock, wherever I'm from, that's a dang good eating size fish right there too.
Absolutely.
Boy, I tell you, a line counter is wonderful. You can just
It's
see
essential out here, buddy.
yeah, we see we're dropping it down to 50 feet. Right there, we'll click it. We'll put the board on it,
I got you.
and then we'll just ease her right on out.
There it is. It's all the way up front.
And it looks like a lot to do, and it is. But you get a couple people doing it or whatever and helping.
And you get a system going.
Every little bit that I can help him with, it makes it a lot easier for him. And we've planer board fish for stripers and stuff like that. So we're kind of used to the planer boards, and plus we're only fishing 4 rods, so that helps. If we were fishing 8 rods or something, it could probably be a mess. But these little counters, this is a little Abu Garcia 5500 LC for line counter, and man, they're working wonderful. We've got it armed here with a Fenwick. These are the HMX rods. This is an 8.5 foot, just a medium heavy. It's got a real long handle on it. You can see we ain't even taken the plastic off of them, but they work really well. How about this far right here? Is that good enough?
That's perfect.
Okay. Hey. Will be another good one, I think. We just leave that one out there.
Yep.
It's on the inside.
That one can stay. Finally, what on the inside? Might have a fish on the school right now here.
Hey, you drop that, that's right. You got to put it in the belly and hold up there.
It's a lot easier for the grip and the support and all that.
I think those rods work well, don't they?
These rods are awesome, man. I have to admit, I've never ever fished with a Fenwick before. And this, what's an HMX 8.5 foot rod? I mean, I can't tell you how awesome these things are.
I mean, they really are. Well, I didn't know going in. I knew that's what you said.
Right here. This is gonna be a good one.
Okay, let me get the rod. Or the planer board. How's that, bro?
That was pretty good that time.
That was pretty good that time.
Ooh, that's a good one. He's trying to sink the board right there, buddy.
He is.
That's a good one right there. Oh, get in the boat. Oh, we got another one. This is gonna taste so yummy, so yummy.
G3 Sportsman is brought to you by Abu Garcia, for life. Undercover, we've got you covered. Team Catfish, real catfish gear. And by Bug Soother, repel bugs naturally.
He was just swimming with me. We might get one more eater for the lot. Yeah, it's an eye.
I hear you, man. Supper type.
That's a good one, too.
That is a nice
That's
one.
a good fish.
That is a nice fish.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Here he comes. All right. Yeah.
Good deal.
Lake Erie trolling for walleye with crawler harnesses, some 2-ounce weights, catching suspended fish on a beautiful summer day. Today we were using a 3-hook harness. These are number 2 and 1 size Gamakatsus. I use a smaller one for the very front hook as a number 2 size, and then these are number 1 octopus hooks on the back, 15-pound fluorocarbon. Then we got a series of beads that are pink and purple, and then we had a clevis and a number 6 blade with a pink back. When you're hooking a crawler for a crawler harness, the first hook is the key. You really want to make it through the nose. If you try to hook it a little bit lower, then the nose is going to bend on you, and then the crawler will spin in the water. So you keep a tight tension on it, you step on the line or whatever you got to do to hold it, and then once you get that front hook in there, then you pull the worm a little bit, get that second one, and pull the worm. The whole point of pulling the worm is because that way it'll stretch out, so it don't stretch out in the water, and then it has a kink and a loop in it. And we're attaching these spinners to 2 types of weights. Our first weight that we were using is a basic inline weight. This was a 3-ounce weight. We're running this 50 feet back from the board and then attaching that spinner to the back side of this. And the other type of inline weight we're using is something that's called the spool. There's a 3-wing version here, and this is a 2 ounce. And there's a 4-wing version, which was super hot recently. And this 4-wing version here is also a 2 ounce. Now, these blades are pulling in the water column in front of your spinner, and this attracts the fish to the area. They see all the bait going through, and then here comes your spinner as the weak and injured fish that can't keep up with the school, and then they eat your spinner.
Is there a fish on that?
Yep.
Well, here, while you're doing that, I'll reel him in. Where's he at?
He's on that rod right here.
Is he on there?
Yep. You don't have to set the hook or nothing. He's on. Staying down. Do I need the net?
Well, I don't know. Let me tell you. I'll tell you here in a minute. Yeah, it's a walleye.
There's one. Look at this humpback sucker. Look at this thing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that one. That one's actually a pretty decent fish. He has got kind of old humpback on him.
He is fat and a humpback, and he's black, like dark color.
Nothing wrong with these fish right here. You talk about, we'd already had a great fish fry with the numbers of fish we're catching right here. And he's just about to convince me that walleye fishing ain't that bad.
When you look at Lake Erie on the map, you see this giant body of water. It's a natural freshwater Great Lake, and there's current still moving through it, just like a river, and you have to play that current while you're trolling.
Planer board down, Jonathan. Planer board, right there, right there.
There. Oh, outside board, we got a double. We got a double.
What is it, this one?
Yep, that one. Here, let me clear that one first on the inside. You get that one. Oh, that's a good one. He's trying to sink the board right there, buddy.
Yeah, he is.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah. You got one too, though?
Yeah, we got a double.
Doubling up here. That's what you want. Boy, he hammered that.
Hammered.
I mean,
The board went streaking back.
I mean, just hammered it.
Lake Erie double.
Lake Erie double.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Walk backwards. Get in there.
You get him?
Yeah. Grab the net.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Mercy. Okay.
This might be a monster.
Is it a good fish?
It could be a good one. I mean, I don't know if it's like that 6-pounder you got it at the bottom of the boat or not. I don't know. I know the drag ain't moving very much.
Oh, you got him right under the motor.
Oh, get in the boat. Oh, we got another one on. We got another one on.
Okay,
Look
well
at
here,
that pig.
well here,
I'll
take
hit
that.
this. I got this fish.
You know, I'm gonna say it right now.
Here we go. Listen
On
up.
national TV, boys, it's worth coming to Lake Erie and walleye fishing. You heard it from my mouth right there. I enjoyed it, I really did. G3 Sportsman has been brought to you by Ugly Stick, America's strongest, most sensitive rod. Buck, a blade for every hunt. The Mully Towel, clip, catch, clean and release. And by Yamaha, reliability starts here. You know, when you go to a new area, and especially these big bodies of water like Lake Erie or any of the Great Lakes, information is the key.
Good morning, I'm Craig Lewis. I'm from Erie Outfitters. I sit right here on the shores of Lake Erie, the walleye capital of the world. We have a full assortment of blades or reef runners or harnesses, and line counter reels, tackle, anything you may need. For those of you coming from out of town, you can give us a quick call or stop in. We can help you for local lodging, where the area hotspots are, and the freshest bait possible. With Lake Erie, although it has some of the best walleye fishing possible, you'd want to stop in at a local shop, a store like ours. It can really cut your learning curve. We have a massive area of water and the fish are spread out over a large area. To stop into a place and get the local tips and the areas that people are catching fish can really save you a lot of time and save you a lot of gas money driving around out there looking for the fish. Colors change here frequently, so like I said, a quick call to the shop or stop in at a local tackle store can really save you some time and energy on the water.
You know what really made the trip and actually swung this into a good thing for me is fishing with Jonathan Shoemaker.
Yep. This is why you come to Lake Erie. 8-pound walleye, probably about 29 inches long. Look at the teeth on that sucker. All right, you don't want to put your hand in there, I can promise that.
You know, you catch fish like these right here, you can catch a lot of good eating fish, you know, good trophy fish most generally. You can come down here and you'll probably catch a fish that's bigger than you've ever caught right here. And we really appreciate you bringing us, letting us come up here and
hey, it's good to
fish
have you,
with
man.
you. I've got another fish on right here, as you can see. We're still fighting fish, but that's all the time we got for this week's show. I really wish we could just keep going. I wish I could show you what I got on the other end, but we're out of time. But just remember, we'll be out there somewhere next week, right here on the G3 Sportsman. Thanks for watching.
Thank you
What
for
a great
coming.
day, buddy.
Thanks for
what
coming.
What a great day. It's kind of cold in there, so they've got some significant shrinkage.
I feel their pain.
Doesn't that look tasty? The Gaspagoo. And you had a bit, don't lie, he had a heck of a fun time catching this
All right,
fish.
he got me. He got me.
You did, didn't you? You had a good time. People at home, are you guys ready to eat the walleye? I am. Yeah, perfect eater.